Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about diversity in the living world, which is the unit first, and the chapter is the living world. In this chapter, we are going to learn about what is life, what is living and non-living, and what are the characteristics of living organisms. So first of all, what is life? Life is a unique complex organization of ions and molecules which perform certain chemical reactions. एक यूनिक कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है ऑफ आयंस एंड मॉलिक्यूल्स एंड दे परफॉर्म सर्टेन केमिकल रिएक्शंस टू ब्रिंग अबाउट लाइफ एक्टिविटीज from unicellular to multicellular organism, or we can say that from bacteria to elephants, from amoeba to shark, and from small herbs to tall trees, there is variety of living organism in this world. So what is living and what is non-living? Living organism, we all know that, which can respond to external stimuli is called living organism, and which cannot respond to external stimuli are called non-living. One other difference is that living organism can take oxygen and release carbon dioxide, which means they can respire, and non-living organism cannot respire. However, they have a common thing that they are made up of some basic elements such as carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen, and they compose 99% of living matter. 99% जो लिविंग मैटर है वो इन बेसिक एलिमेंट से मिलके बना हुआ है, एंड द नंबर इज बिकॉज इनका नंबर जो है 99% है बिकॉज दे are present in abundance when the life first begin. Number 2 is they are subjected to same physical laws. Living and non-living subjected to same physical laws means they follow the same physical laws such as gravitation, magnetism, radiations, actions and reactions. Now what is the difference between living and non-living organisms? They differ on the basis of some fundamental characteristics. Number 1 is presence of protoplasm, cellular organization, nutrition, metabolism, growth, reproduction and response to stimuli. So presence of protoplasm is most important feature of living organism which act as the site of all vital activities. Now what is protoplasm? Consider it is a cell and this is nucleus. There are various organelles present in this cell and this is cytoplasm present in a cell. So this cytoplasm is called protoplasm in case of eukaryotes, and these organelles and this cytoplasm is called protoplasm in case of prokaryotes. यूकैरियोट के केस में सिंपल साइटोप्लाज्म ही प्रोटोप्लाज्म है, and in prokaryotes these organelles and this cytoplasm is called protoplasm. So it is the site of all vital activities. That is why the Huxley called it as physical basis of life. Now the characteristics of living organism. Number 1 is definite shape and size. All organisms have definite shape and size. We all know that. For example, rat and whale. Rat is small organism and have a definite shape, whereas whale is a large organism and it also has a definite shape. Living organisms are called morphous, means they have morphological forms. They have definite shape, so they are called morphous, whereas non-living organisms are called amorphous, which means they are formless. Number 2 feature is organization. The differentiation of body into smaller units and subunits arranged in an orderly manner in such a way to form larger part is called organization. जो बॉडी की डिफ्रेंसिएशन है, मीन्स अगर हम उसको माइक्रो लेवल पे देखें तो वो एक स्मॉलर यूनिट्स और स्मॉलर सब यूनिट से मिलके बना हुआ है, एंड दे आर अरेंज्ड इन ऑर्डरली मैनर. दीज यूनिट्स एंड सब यूनिट्स आर अरेंज्ड इन एन ऑर्डरली मैनर टू फॉर्म लार्जर पार्ट. Let me explain it with the help of an example or with the help of a diagram. So this is organ system. Living organisms have different organ system to perform different function. Different organs present होते हैं जो कि different functions perform करती हैं. This is an organ. Each organ consists of different kind of tissue. एक organ में different kind of tissue है which perform their specific function, and these tissue are made up of similar and dissimilar cells. Similar kind of cells से मिलके बने हैं या dissimilar kind of cells से मिलके बने हैं. और हम अगर सेल को एक broad level पे देखें, each cell is regarded as a structural and functional unit of life. So ये जो है, अगर हम इसको रिवर्स प्रोसेस में देखें तो सेल जो है वो मिलकर टिश्यू बनाता है, टिश्यू जो है वो ऑर्गन, एंड ऑर्गन कैन मेक ऑर्गन सिस्टम लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सो ये एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. यहाँ पे एक सेल जो है वो मिलके ऑर्गन सिस्टम लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बना रहा है. द नंबर थर्ड characteristic is growth and development. Growth is a permanent and irreversible change. ये एक permanent change है और irreversible है. Development is sum of changes that occur in an organism during its lifetime. Development जो है, जो भी changes हो रहे हैं during its lifetime is called development. Growth जो है वो irreversible है. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर किसी की height जो है वो increase हो गई है तो वो वापस जो है वो उतनी नहीं जा सकती. ठीक है, तो we can learn it in detail with the help of this difference. So growth is the change of physical aspect of the organism. Physical aspect में changes आ रहे हैं, उसके morphological structure में changes आ रहे हैं. Development is the overall and progressive change of the organism. ये एक progressive change है, overall change है, means mental development हो रही है, आपकी emotional development हो रही है. Growth में जो आपके मान लो height increase कर रही है. So this is growth, and the development emotional as well as mental level is called development. एंड ओवरऑल अगर हम बात करें तो इसके फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट भी आएंगे इसमें, मतलब उसकी हाइट तो इंक्रीज कर रही है पर उसके डेवलपमेंट भी हो रही है इमोशनल लेवल पे. नंबर टू इज सेलुलर, मींस जो ग्रोथ है वो सेलुलर है. सेल जो है वो टिश्यू बना रहा है, टिश्यू जो है वो ऑर्गन बना रहा है, ना ऑर्गन कैन मेक ऑर्गन सिस्टम लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. एंड डेवलपमेंट इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल, मींस when a baby is born, he or she firstly crawl. वो crawling करना शुरू करते हैं, then after he or she can walk. So development is organizational. A baby cannot walk firstly. So पहले उसको crawl करना पड़ेगा, उसके बाद जो है वो चलना शुरू करेंगे. Growth is the change in shape, form, structure and size of the body. मैंने पहले आपको समझा दिया है कि साइज में जो है वो चेंजेस आ रहे हैं, that is growth. And the development is structural change and functional progress of the body. Functional progress कैसे है बॉडी की? जैसे पहले the way of learning is changed. When you are in 6th standard and then you go to the 7th, 8th and then ultimately you now reach to the 11th class, the way of your learning is changed. So this is functional progress of the body, means that you are developed. The next difference is that growth stops at maturation. After a certain age, or we can say that 18 or 19, the growth is stopped. And the development continues till death of the organism. और जो development है वो continue करती है till death. जो development है, we can say that learning is not, or there is no age of learning. So कोई भी एज है, आप जो है अपनी डेवलपमेंट कर सकते हो, आप डेवलप हो सकते हो. जबकि जो ग्रोथ है वो 18 और 19 और मैचुरेशन को अटेन करने के बाद जो है वो स्टॉप हो जाती है. जैसे आपकी हाइट जो है एक सर्टेन एज के बाद जो है आपकी हाइट बढ़ना जो है इंक्रीज होना रुक जाती है. बट डेवलपमेंट जो है फ्रॉम द वॉर्म ऑफ योर मदर टू द टॉम इट कंटिन्यूज. Growth is a part of development, whereas development includes growth. ग्रोथ जो है वो डेवलपमेंट का पार्ट है, क्योंकि डेवलपमेंट जो है वो ओवरऑल चेंजेस है. अगर किसी एक पर्सन में उसकी हाइट में उसके वेट में इंक्रीज आ रहा है तो वो भी डेवलपमेंट के अंदर आता है। विद मेंटल और इमोशनल और फिजिकल डेवलपमेंट जो हो रही है वो भी डेवलपमेंट के पार्ट है। जो इमोशनल लेवल है, मेंटल लेवल है, वो भी डेवलपमेंट के पार्ट है, एज वेल एज द फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द बॉडी इज ऑल्सो द पार्ट ऑफ डेवलपमेंट। Growth is quantitative in nature, whereas development is qualitative as well as quantitative in nature. ये both है. Growth, it can be measured accurately. There is number. Quantitative से ही पता चलता है that we can have a number of growth. Means, for example, the height from 4 feet to 5 feet increased, or the weight of the body from 40 to 50 increase. So there is number. It can be measured accurately, whereas development is a subjective interpretation of one's change. तो जो development है, it is a subjective interpretation of one's change and it can subject of assessment. Subject of assessment. कि हम उसको असेस कर सकते हैं। हमारे पास कोई नंबर नहीं है डेवलपमेंट का, हम कोई नंबर नहीं ले सकते, सिर्फ हम असेस करते हैं, ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हैं। जैसे योर वे ऑफ लर्निंग इज इंक्रीज, सो देयर इज नो नंबर, we can say that or we can observe that the way of learning increase, but we can quantify it. So number 4th characteristic is reproduction. It is the process by which new individual organisms are produced from their parents. So ये एक process है जहाँ पे new individual organism, or we can say that offsprings are produced from their parents. It is of two type, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, it is a type of reproduction which does not involve the fusion of gametes. It does not involve the fusion of gametes, whereas the sexual reproduction, it involves the fusion of male and female gamete, and they fuses resulting in the development of new individual. Sexual reproduction में male and female gametes जो है वो fuse करते हैं and they result in the development of new individual, whereas in case of asexual reproduction there is no involvement of gametes. Examples are bacteria, protozoa and other unicellular organisms. For example, in case of amoeba, ये कैसे डिवीजन करेगा? कोई बर्ड जो है वो अराइज करेगी, कोई भी एक पार्ट है वो इस तरह का स्ट्रक्चर जो है वो अटेन करेगा, एंड दिस स्ट्रक्चर now remove and it form the other individual. ये asexual reproduction है जिसमें जो सेल है वो ही स्प्लिट हो जाएगा and then it form the new individual or its new copy. Whereas in case of sexual reproduction, we all know that male and female gametes are fused, male sperms and female eggs fuses to form new individual, for example mammals. The next characteristic is metabolism. It may be defined as the exchange of material and energy within an organism or between an organism and its environment. जो metabolism है, it is the exchange of material and energy within an organism. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमारे अंदर डाइजेशन हो रही है, डाइजेस्टिव प्रोसेस हो रहा है, तो दिस इज कॉल्ड मेटाबॉलिक रिएक्शन और मेटाबॉलिज्म, एंड चेंजेस बिटवीन एन ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड इट्स एनवायरनमेंट और एक्सचेंज बिटवीन द ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड इट्स एनवायरनमेंट इज सिंपली कॉल्ड मेटाबॉलिज्म. It is further divided into two parts or two types. First is anabolism and next one is catabolism. Anabolism is building up. Building up means synthesis of complex substances from simpler ones. Simple substances से complex substances बनाना is known as anabolism. For example, synthesis of carbohydrate from CO2 and H2O. These are raw material, or we can say that these are simple substances which can form a complex one, that is carbohydrate. So 6 CO2 plus 12 H2O in the presence of light and chlorophyll, they form 6 C6H12O6, that is glucose plus 6 O2 and 6 H2O. ये carbohydrate बना रहा है from simple substances is called anabolism. And the catabolism is opposite of anabolism. ये building up था तो ये breakdown है, breakdown of organic nutrients into simple substances. यहाँ पे breakdown हो रहा है complex substance का into simple substances. For example, oxidative breakdown of glucose. इसी रिएक्शन को अगर हम उल्टा कर दें, ब्रेकडाउन हो जाएगा इस ग्लूकोज का C6H12O6 plus 6O2 with the help of enzymes. Then it changes into 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy. एनर्जी जो है वो रिलीज हो रही है इन केस ऑफ कैटाबॉलिज्म. तो इसको अब एक डिफरेंस के हेल्प से समझेंगे इन डिटेल दैट व्हाट इज कैटाबॉलिज्म एंड व्हाट इज एनाबॉलिज्म. ऊपर डेफिनेशन से ही हम जो है इसको डिफरेंशिएट कर पाएंगे. कैटाबॉलिज्म इज अ डिस्ट्रक्टिव मेटाबॉलिज्म. डिस्ट्रक्टिव क्यों है? क्योंकि ब्रेक डाउन हो रहा है ऑर्गेनिक न्यूट्रिएंट्स का, in which the nutrients acting as a source of energy. और जो nutrients है वो source of energy की तरह काम करते हैं and are called and are broken down to release energy, and they are broken down to release energy. Energy जो है वो release हो. In case of anabolism, it is constructive because building up. It is a building up process in which the energy by degradative reaction is used for synthetic reaction. इस केस में अगर हम देखें तो यहाँ पर कोई भी एनर्जी रिलीज नहीं हो रही है. तो जो एनर्जी है वो यूज होती है फॉर द सिंथेसिस ऑफ रिएक्शन और सिंथेसिस ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स कंपाउंड्स. During catabolism, the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. जो potential energy है वो convert हो जाती है kinetic energy में, whereas in case of anabolism, the kinetic energy is changed into potential energy. It is concerned with release of energy for vital activities. जो catabolism है वहाँ पे release of energy, यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल में हमने देखा था जो एनर्जी रिलीज हो रही है एंड इज यूज्ड फॉर केस ऑफ एनाबॉलिज्म. इट इज कंसर्न विद द बायोसिंथेसिस, एसिमिलेशन, स्टोरेज एंड ग्रोथ. इस रिएक्शन में हमने देखा था कि एनर्जी जो है वो यूज होती है एंड बायोसिंथेसिस हो रहा है उस केस में, एसिमिलेशन, स्टोरेज एंड ग्रोथ. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म. हमने पढ़ा व्हाट इज लाइफ, व्हाट इज लिविंग एंड नॉन लिविंग. What are the various characteristics of living organism? First one is definite shape and size. Second is organization, जहाँ पे सेल जो है वो टिश्यू बना रहा है, टिश्यू से ऑर्गन, एंड देन ऑर्गन सिस्टम लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. थर्ड वन इज ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट. हाउ ग्रोथ इज फ्रॉम डेवलपमेंट. परमानेंट और इरिवर्सिबल चेंज है वो ग्रोथ है, जबकि डेवलपमेंट जो है इट इंक्लूड्स ग्रोथ एंड कंटिन्यूज टिल द डेथ. Fourth one feature is metabolism. Metabolism जो है वो जो भी metabolic reactions हमारी body में हो रही है like digestion और respiration. So this is metabolic reaction and it is of further for two type. One is anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism जो है वो building up है, means synthesis of complex substances, and the catabolism is breakdown of the complex substances. And the other feature or other characteristics of living organism is the reproduction, in which formation of new individual occurs, and it is of two types: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction में fusion of gametes नहीं होता है, male and gametes are not involved. And sexual reproduction, there is involvement of male and female gametes, and bacteria or some unicellular organism are the example of asexual, and mammals are the example of sexual reproduction. So this is all about living world.